This is the ACC SportsBook for the 26th of June, powered by the TAB.
The ACC Sportsbook, thanks to the TAB.
Karl, good morning. No G Lane today. He's currently got a camera up his rectum. So thoughts and prayers to him if he is tuning in, which I imagine he will be. This is one of his favourite podcasts. How are you, bro? All right?
I'm good. We should have got some odds or some markets up for Lane and his antics this morning.
Yeah.
No squeal, over-under squeals.
Yeah.
Over-under.
Yeah, there'd have been a lot of that going on. I don't know. How many seconds does it take for him to request a dangerous amount of drugs to get him through the process?
Unders, take the unders.
Yeah, take the unders every single time on that. What's new, mate? Did you watch the Auckland City FC game yesterday by chance?
Look, I'd be lying if I said I did.
Yeah, no, I'm the same as you. I just thought we had to talk about it because it was one of the bigger things that has happened in the last 24 hours.
What I can say is I heard our good friend Paul Mawate talking about this to a radio station this morning. I think the draw opened at about $36 or $31 before kickoff. Hunters piled on. Come kickoff, the draw was at $19.
No shit. So people had an inkling.
Yeah, I guess when it's, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Oh, well, there you go. So no big wins from the weekend, I've been told. So that's fine. Let's just get straight on to having a look at the upcoming weekend. Where do you want to start? Should we start with NRL?
Yeah, why not? Should we go down the list?
Yeah, go down the list, mate.
Big game tonight, Panthers Dogs. Panthers $2.10, the Dogs $1.73.
Mm-hmm.
Bulldogs taking 60% of the money in the head-to-head market, though in the margins market, Panthers 1-12.
Interesting.
Some love. Brian To'o backed for the first try scorer there. And then there's a power play, which I love. Panthers to score 10-plus points in each half.
Yep.
At $3.10.
Love it. Of course, all the Origin boys are back, aren't they?
They are. We've had a couple of big bets on this game. 3,000 on the Dogs at $1.70.
Wow.
And 2,500 on Penrith head-to-head at $2.10.
See, that's crazy. I can totally understand why someone's putting all their money on the favourite when it's paying. The competition leader when they're paying over, $1.50. But geez, the Panthers, especially after last weekend, because it did feel like an anomaly, right?
I don't know. They've won 3 straight now.
I know, that's pretty crazy, eh?
I could see this, as tough as it is to. I'm still pissed about the game last weekend.
Oh, thanks.
But I could see this being the start of a run for the Panthers. They're in the 8 now.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get many more $2.10s for the Panthers.
Sweet. We'll keep an eye on that then. Okay, what else you got? Work your way down that list.
Next one, Manly Tigers. Manly $1.46. Tigers $2.75. Manly with all the love in their head-to-head market. Punters do like the Tigers to cover the spread, though, which is 6.5. That is what I will say is on that game, Manly are in absolute shambles at the moment.
Yeah.
The $2.75 for the Tigers head-to-head looks enticing.
You reckon have a look at chucking that in your multi?
Just have a look.
It's interesting, isn't it? I think we've touched on it a lot this season, but it just feels like a year where you just cannot. Every weekend there's just some kind of upset when you think for just a moment that look, this all round's easy to pick. You just can't, mate. And it's games like that are probably making it slip up. But
this weekend, I think there will be. I think there's a few outsiders that should be favourites in this game.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
This week, I should say. One of those, though, is not the Newcastle Knights. They are $2.90. The Raiders are $1.42. 60% of the money is on the Knights in that one after their win last week.
You must hate that, Karl.
I hate it more because I had the Dolphins to put an absolute number on them last week.
Yo.
It's less about the Knights winning and scoring points, more about the Dolphins not scoring enough points.
Yeah, facts. Okay, next one.
Next one, is it the Warriors versus the Broncos?
Oh,
that's actually before. Oh, no, that's right, yeah. $1.57 Broncos, Warriors $2.40. Warriors opened at $2.65.
Oh, you can't tell me that the entire nation is not just piling on the wires as we speak.
Well, 85% of them are.
Yeah.
Or 85% of the punters on this game are. So yeah, head-to-head market, all the money with the Warriors. The betting line, though, Broncos to cover is getting a bit of love. I think it's 5.5.
Okay.
This is an interesting one. Leka Halasima, who is starting on the bench, is paying $31 to score the first try. Either these punters know something or they don't know anything and haven't looked at the team lists. He's getting smashed for first try scorer at $31.
I mean, I can see the logic. Oh, no, I can't really. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, though. That there might be a world where they've gone, you know what? I reckon this could be a bit of a turgid old bitch, and then he comes in off the bench and scores the first one. Or, more likely, they think he's starting.
They haven't seen the team list and they think he's starting. Yeah.
I think that's probably the case.
Katapani for the Broncos is taking the most money to score any time, and then Metcalf is very well backed for us. Power play, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, first try scorer, and Luke Metcalf any time at $33 is also seeing a lot of love there.
Yeah, I can see why. Okay.
We've had a $3,000 bet on the Broncos minus 5.5. Don't like that. What else? Not a lot happening in the Eels-Dragons game.
Nah.
Bunnies. Who are the Bunnies playing?
I'm not sure who the Bunnies are playing. The only kind of numbers I tend to have a look at is what is Alex Johnson paying?
To score a try?
Yeah, to score a try. I think he came in
under this week.
Yeah, he came in under our $1.80 ceiling or fence post that we have in there for our three-way. That's what I know for sure.
They're playing the Dolphins. Dolphins $1.57, South Sydney $2.40. This is one of the ones that I love.
Okay.
I think the punters are a real shot here, and the punters agree. 77% of the money in the head-to-head market is with the Bunnies.
Yep.
Also, 90% of the money in the point start market, which is 4.5, the line there.
Okay.
And then AJ, first try to score a try and a hat trick. What? I should have read this before I put it down.
No, you're all right.
They're all being smashed.
Yeah, I can imagine why. That makes a lot of sense to me. So the takeaway from the NRL round is maybe have a look at the Bunnies and also have a look at that Tigers game as well.
The Warriors are outsiders.
Yo.
Yeah, how's this for a bet? So 6 of the 8 games. Penrith Panthers head-to-head, outsider.
Yeah.
Manly Eagles head-to-head, favourites.
Yeah.
Raiders head-to-head, favourites.
Yeah.
Warriors, outsiders. Eels, outsiders. Bunnies, outsiders. 500 on that to return just a tick over $32,000.
If someone rocks up to work on a Monday and tells me that they've picked a NRL round, there's no credibility in it. I think that it's just pure fluke. You can't tell me that anyone actually knows who's going to win these games because this year it's been ridiculous.
Well, it gets even more ridiculous. Hold your hat, Hef. And I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 leg try scorer multi here.
I think this is safer than picking the winners, mate. But yeah, go hard.
Okay. Tom Jenkins, Dominic Young, Jed Stewart, Shibasaki, Addo-Carr, Herbie Farnworth, Nick Meaney, Murray Taulagi, and Jarrell Skelton.
Yep.
$999 on that.
Okay.
To return.
Fuck me.
960,000.
Oh, we're gonna have to come back to that. I'm bookmarking that one for next week. I'd love to know how close it gets. That feels like the type of punt that falls a leg short. We've all kind of had a punt like that just falls the one leg short, and he's going to dine out on that for the next kind of 3-4 decades.
I'm a big advocate of not cashing out, but if you got to that last leg, you would have to consider it.
Just cash out, delete the TAB app, and run, mate. And I know this is sponsored by the TAB, and I've got to be careful about saying things like that. But cash out of that shit. Is that all for the NRL round you've got, Karl?
It's all for the NRL, yeah.
Shall we move on? UFC happening this weekend as well?
It is. 317. Calcutta, France.
Yes, our boy.
Let me just bring this up. He is the co-main. He is taking on Pantoja. In that fight, no surprises, 90% of the money in the head-to-head market is with Kai Kara France. I believe he opened at like $3.20. He's now $2.90.
Yeah, I saw he's dropped significantly.
72% of bets on the in the KO TKO method of victory market on Kai.
Okay.
So New Zealand is backing Kai.
As they should be. That's good to hear.
And
Fantastic.
the other co-main, Oliveira versus Topuria, head-to-head, 85% of the bets on Oliveira at 460.
Mm-hmm.
And they like him by submission too.
Yeah. I have heard that. That was a tip that I was getting earlier from one of the blokes that sits near me in the office who talks way too much about UFC. Do you follow much UFC yourself personally, Karl? Are you a UFC guy?
I like watching it.
Yeah.
I don't follow along as intensely as others do.
I can't pick it. I'm not. I'm not. Some people are. The way people talk about UFC, it amazes me because, yeah, I don't understand how people can actually tell who's going to be winning by what.
I've been burned by the old back Izzy, Dan, all of those guys.
Yeah.
100% love watching them fight. You pay for the pay-per-view and then they lose and you're kind of like, oh, yeah. I lost my bet and I lost my pay-per-view money. And
you're right, actually. I've been there a lot. It's a kind of a dark hole of a Sunday evening, that, because you're like, I've spent a lot of money today and you're not really enjoyed a whole lot. But anyway.
It's even tougher when the wife's like, why have you got this on in front of the kids?
Yeah.
Like, another one. But
now your parenting's coming into question. Yeah, not good. Formula Uno. What's going on there? I think we're over to Austria. Is that right?
That sounds right. I'll say it with confidence and they'll believe you.
Okay. I think we're off to Austria. No, sorry. We're definitely off to Austria.
We are Austria, yep. What do we got? Piastri, best backed in the win market, 26% of the money.
Makes sense to me.
George Russell. If I just look at the race.
I am under the impression that people are thinking that Mercedes might have sorted a couple of issues out and they are looking quite good, which is what we'll come back to in the three-way later on in the show.
Yes,
but yeah,
paid $280 to win. George Russell $9, so plenty of value there.
Yeah, hard.
Between them is Lando and Max. What do we got? So yeah, Piastri best back, closely followed by Russell, who's a very bad result for us. He's actually features in half of the same game multis that feature a winner in them, as George is the winner in those.
Interesting.
Lawson, our worst result.
Yep.
He's paying $1,000. That's tough.
Yeah.
And Antonelli being backed for a podium at $6.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Sweet. Okay, that's Formula One. I think that's Monday morning first thing. Yeah, must be Europe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Moving on to something a bit different. Major League Cricket.
No, sorry. I tried to, and the bookies came back and said there's no interest at the minute.
Yeah, love it. No, that's good because I'm a cricket fan myself, and there's no interest coming from me. So
I did see that Ravindra was favourite to be top run scorer in that match against LA and Washington, I think, at $4.60.
Even you saying this, mate, my eyes are slightly glazing over. You're right. Your bookies are right. There's no interest in this. I'm sure. Okay. No, we'll eat it. I'll eat my hat later on. I'm sure we'll come back to this in a few weeks' time, and there will be a bit more interest. Is that all you've got then for this weekend? That seems about right. I think that's all I've got.
That's all we've got.
Sweet. Should we take a break then, and then we'll come back? I'll go grab a pen, and you can tell me what to write down with said pen.
Pause the podcast now and grab a pen for the hottest tips from around the TAB office.
Radio, I've got my novelty bowlcancernz.org.nz pen here. Karl, hit me.
Quickly go back to last week. I hear the harness sicko, he called in yesterday?
Yes, he did contact us via the Yours Please function, which is the talkback button on our iHeartradio app. If you want to get in touch with us, you're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, he got in touch with us yesterday, Karl, and because I think, was it last week, there were some accusations coming in from you that you spent a Friday night with him on the punt and had a very unsuccessful evening.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, and he wanted to just kind of get set the record straight, saying, hey, I think, he's been slightly defamed.
Wow. Okay.
So you have a listen back to yesterday's episode at some stage across the weekend, and then maybe we'll come back to that. I can't remember exactly what he said, Joe, but is that about right? Was that the kind of general consensus?
Yeah, he said, I got 2 words for you, celestial bell. And then he slagged you off quite a bit there, Karl. So.
Yeah. So
This is going to make for awkward chat in the lift.
it will. No, it will. But that you're going to have to deal with that. That's kind of a you and him thing. And again, we'll come back to that next one. Actually, you two deal with that, and you can.
Okay.
You guys
credit where credit's due. He did give us a winner last week at $4.80. So thank you, Sir Sicko.
Thanks, Sicko.
In the thoroughbreds, I'm going to give us an A- for last week, fellas.
I would as well, because
Maybe
I
a
was
B+.
informed that it was quite a good weekend.
No wins in the thoroughbreds, but we had 4 second places, a 3rd place, and a 5th place.
Oh, man, come on.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good stuff.
Pretty good.
So, Karl, we actually took a top 4 multi of every horse that you mentioned.
Oh, no.
And I think you know where this is going. We had green tick, 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 all the way until Warney in the last race. And Australia screwed us once again.
The dingoes.
He came 5th.
Bugger.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Hey, you would have hopefully got bonus back, though, on a multi like that.
Well, no, it was a punt with bonus cash to give out to the ACC and SportsBook listeners, and so yeah.
Oh, a bit of a guilt trip there from Joe Jury as well, Karl, just to really twist the knife.
Well, look, we had fun. The punters would have had fun.
We had so
that.
much fun.
I cannot explain to everyone how much fun we had with that. It was so much fun, but there was just a little bit of heartbreak kind of sprinkled in at the end there.
Well, you know what, fellas? We get to do it again this week.
Oh, see? That's what it's all about. You fall down, you get back up, Joe Jury. Okay, Karl, what do we got there?
Exactly. Right, the harness sicko. He's back. He's flying. He is confident. We have a 2-leg multi here.
When the fuck is he not confident?
I've got the bet slip. Addington, race 9.
Yep.
Wilma's Boy, number 7.
Wilma's Boy, okay.
$1.65. Into the next race, race 10, number 5, Steph's Boy, at $2.70.
Right. Wilma and Steph, they've been busy. We're back in those two. That's fine. What has that given us?
You're going to get $4.45 odds for that.
Love it. That Steph's Boy, the second race, is that just top 3, did you say, or is that a winner as well?
No, that's a winner as well.
That's a winner as well. Sweet. Okay.
Yep.
Just right.
Full of confidence.
Fantastic.
Right, Thoroughbreds Saturday. Trentham. We've got a jump stay here in Wellington at Trentham on Saturday.
Oh, you beauty.
Bonus back on selected races there. Race 1, number 1, Catch and Release, $2.60 and $1.22. I don't know if we talked about this race last week, the race where there was carnage and everyone fell off.
Yes.
This horse, Catch and Release, was the one where the jockey fell off, remounted, and tried to chase down the winner, got second.
Oh, so he's got a bit of ticker.
Ticker.
Yeah.
Jockey can stay on board.
Yeah. Okay.
$1.60 and $1.22 there. Race 4, number 3, Very Flash. We actually backed this runner a couple of weeks ago.
Very Flash.
Came second.
Yep.
$5 and $1.75.
Sweet.
Eagle Farm in Australia. Also bonus back on selected races here.
Oh, you
I've got
beauty.
3 here for you. Race 1, number 2, Break Free. $3.40 and $1.35.
Mint. Yep.
Race 2, number 10, To Magent. $4 and $1.70.
Sweet.
And then race 5, number 8, Don Diego de Vega.
Well, there's a name.
$5.50 and $1.95.
You beauty.
2 more at Rose Hill. Race 2, number 3, Warrior for Peace, $5 and $2.05. And then race 7, number 1, He's a Shocker, $4 and $1.75.
Oh, ripper. Sweet. Okay, let me just finish that. Cool.
Put that to play with, Joe. Put that all together, mate.
Absolutely. We will roll again. It's always a good Saturday when you've top forward up about 17 different horses and you just watch them all come in. Magnificent.
Okay, hopefully we've got some better news to report next week. Is that everything there that I need to be writing down?
It is.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
there is good news, but we'll wait for the three-way, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. We'll wait for that. Shall we? Do we need to take another break, Joe? No, we don't need to take another break. We'll just get straight into stats to impress the ladies. Is that where we're up to? Sorry, we're losing shape here without G Lane. I think that's where we're up to, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. I know you like F1, Mashy.
I do. I pretend
and
to.
I know you like a quiz.
Fuck, I love a quiz.
I've got quiz and stats. I'm coming at you.
Yeah, please.
Fastest ever speed recorded in an F1 car.
Oh, shit the bed. I don't know.
231.5 miles per hour or 372.5 kilometers.
Oh, that's about 30 k's more than I would have guessed.
That's quick.
Do you have any idea where that was?
I
don't know where that was. Okay, anyway, not the point. That is quick, though.
Any idea how loud an F1 car can get in terms of decibels?
Oh, shit. I don't really know my decibel scale that well. I'm just comparing it to like a concert or something like that. Like a Wilkinson gig.
130 decibels.
Oh, no, that sounds fucking loud. What's the change?
Which is louder than a concert.
Yeah, it will be way louder than a concert.
Yep.
Well, and is that still the case? I imagine that there was a time where Formula One cars were louder than what they are right now.
These stats were taken from an article published December 2024.
Love it.
So,
sweet. So that's current. You beauty.
here's a fun fact. In 2025 is the first time Mercedes haven't had a world champion drive for them since 1954.
Wow.
They had a very long break, though, caveat. They had a very long break. There was a bad crash in 1955. They dropped out of F1, returned in 2010.
I mean, that's a long hiatus.
It is.
But that's interesting. Okay.
Any idea when the last time a European driver did not finish on the podium?
A European driver did not finish on the podium. Oh, must be quite a while ago. Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah, fuck. Like the 70s or something, like 78.
Not that long ago.
No.
1990 Japanese Grand Prix.
1990 Japanese Grand Prix, there was not a European on the podium.
We had 2 Brazilians and a Japanese man.
Oh, well, great for Japan.
Yeah. How many times do you think Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, and Alonso have been on the podium together? I'll give you a couple of. So they've since 2003.
Yeah.
They combined for 256 wins.
Fuck me.
And 13 World Driver Championships.
Yeah, okay. How many podiums have they all shared together in that time? 40.
3.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite fascinating.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Last one. In 2002, Michael Schumacher raced in 17 races. How many podiums do you think he had that year?
Too sure about Schumacher. 3.
It's pretty.
Did he go out on a high? I can't really remember. Sorry.
This is 2002. This would have been peak Schumacher.
Oh, okay, right. Let's go like 14 then.
17. Every single race.
Every single race.
Yeah.
Oh, turns out he was quite good.
Turns out he was quite good.
Sweet. Is that all you've got for today's episode of The Chase? That's my favourite time of the week there, Karl. Just you spitting stuff at me. Because I actually do go to the water cooler and start hitting people with it like I just came up with it. Okay, so as I log back into my computer, do we have anything else to talk about today? Oh, we've got the 3-way to cover off, don't we?
We do. You sound so sad about it. We won last week.
We did win last week. It came through. Foxy ended up finishing whatever tournament that was in. Yeah. Shit, yeah.
I had Onira to come top 3.
Congratulations.
Lane had a try scorer, did he?
Yeah, something like that. That sounds like something Lane would have done.
No, he had total points in the Super Rugby final and under 49
right.
and a half, I think it was.
Oh.
Which was always
Great.
going to be turgid affair.
Great bet.
Yeah, sweet.
It's 2 weeks in a row, boys.
That's how you print money right there. So, Joe Jury, you've been given the call up today to fill in on the third leg. Shall we start with you, Karl? What are you going with?
Yep. Going to go to Eagle Farm, race 5, number 8. Don Diego de Vega, top 3 at $1.95.
Sweet. Love it. I'm going to go with Kimi Antonelli, Toto's favourite child, to finish top 6 paying $1.83, fairly conservative from me. And Joe Jury, what are you thinking?
I'd scoured the TAB app looking for something. I was going to go Alex Johnson anytime try scorer, but I was pipped by 5 cents on the odds. So I am going to go to the Wars versus the Broncos. And I don't like how the Warriors play in the second half of games.
That's fair.
So I am going to go for the half with the most tries as the second half at $1.98.
Wait, hang on. So you don't like the way that they play in the second half?
No.
So what you're telling us is you think the Broncos are going to roll us in the second half?
No, we're gonna have a good first half, get the points up, but not as many tries as are going to happen in the second half. The Broncos are going to come back, but then we're going to score late to steal the win.
And I'm not here to nitpick your strategy, Joe, because I've made some horrific bets when it comes to the three-way. But going off that logic, wouldn't you say then if we're going to have a barnstorming first half that maybe the first half would be the one to put the money on for the most tries?
No, because we will score in the first half.
Yep.
But both of us will score in the second half.
Okay, I'm happy with that. And what is that paying?
$1.98.
$1.98, $1.83, and then what was Karl's?
$1.95.
$1.95. So put those
Boys
all
are really trying to protect the league.
Very missionary. So put those all together. That is paying $7.06. Chuck $100 on that, and we'll get back $6.06 into the kitty. And we hit the $1,000 mark over the weekend, actually. So we gave that away this week. So if you've been on Facebook,
love it.
$100 of cash coming into you.
Oh, well, cheers, Karl. Appreciate you, mate. You go and listen to yesterday's Agenda podcast where you've got the Hano Sicko just slagging you off for 30 seconds.
What happens if we get, can I rebut on the app?
Oh, no, please do. No. no.
Some sort of war.
Please do. Now Super Rugby's finished up. We've got a serious lack of sport to chat about on the agenda, so we need any kind of self-inflicted feud to kind of get us through 45 minutes of content daily. So that would be great, actually, if you could kind of, share your thoughts.
I got you.
We'd really appreciate that. Okay, Karl. Love you heaps, mate. We'll talk to you next week, eh?
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
The ACC Sportsbook, thanks to the TAB.